Oh man, y'all. Pretty sure y'all noticed, but it wasn't no upload yesterday. And I noticed. Wait, let me actually make sure this all goes smooth before I start yapping. Alright, I don't know, it kinda jittered around a little bit. Let me let me check again, dog. Alright, it sound cool. Hopefully it's not jitting around after I didn't put my phone down. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been as consistent as usual. I feel like I missed like one day. Like in the past 2 weeks, I missed like a day and then I go back and then miss a day. So we gonna try to, get back to streaking. Also today is a special day. It's Father's Day. Shout out my pop. Shout out all the fathers out there. Special day, man. But dang, I just realized, dog. There is not one father figure. But then again, Phoenix, you can at low key put Phoenix as a father figure, low key, right? Because he have been taking care of Maya, and Pearl too when she's there. So yeah, happy Father's Day to Phoenix too. Shout out him. All right, though. Let's get into it. Last time he was on here was crazy. Dahlia switched spots with Iris. I knew something was weird when it happened, like in that video, because we came back. Iris, was more psychic locks up. So that means Iris is inside the thing with Maya. No, wait, I'm goofy. Maya is she's channeled. like Dahlia is right there. February 10th, 1:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Oh, we just back in here? Okay. I wasn't expecting that. They hit us with a 2P continued. I didn't know, Oh man. I got locked in, bro. I wasn't prepared for what happened in the last video. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. When you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. Bro, I don't like that face she's making, bro. I don't like that face she's making. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. Bro, maybe it was just Dahlia's appearance, but now that she's channeled and all that, and she's literally right there, the reaction she used to get is just not the same. If maybe the her being a ginger, maybe with a dress on, maybe with didn't she have an umbrella too? She had like an umbrella, I believe, right? Maybe that was getting everybody on her side. It's just crazy. The plan. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay will first have to die. My idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. Dang, really? Oh, and that's, it makes sense. And Iris was down for that. She was going to take the blame and go to jail. Makes sense. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Wait, what? So that means you really are. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes, you have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. Oh, watch yourself, trite. There you go, bro. It just started again and you drinking coffee already. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Mr. Godot is correct, and by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya. Could it be true? I mean, given what we know about Morgan Fay, we know the last time we seen her, she was trying to get Maya, the blame put on Maya so Maya can get put in jail, right? So it definitely sounded like that's what would happen. Let's see. Alright. I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya, I've got to keep a cool head, and I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. Wait, how would that be possible though? Like how if now we gonna find out. I'm a little confused. It's like how was she gonna kill Maya if I don't know, bro. If she's like, bro, I'm just alright, you know what? Let's do this. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. Damn, they hanged her? Like, how did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan. Ha! Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Whoa! Morgan is crazy! Even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Karain. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. My plan, huh? Bro, Morgan is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You see how is Iris the way she is, bro? Well, then again, she got taken away because her father left her behind. Like, it's like Dahlia inherited all of Morgan's bad traits, bro. Could you imagine being that bitter about your sister just being, like, your younger sister being powerful to you? Do older siblings would they really feel that way? I guess older siblings is kind of haters, right? Because they be like, you know, younger siblings, I'm a younger sibling myself, you know, younger child. And the older siblings always be like, the youngest get away with a lot. Y'all wasn't doing that when I was growing up. You know, all that nonsense. You know, they really be hating. Like, no, I really feel like your older siblings low-key be your biggest haters, bro. They be wanting you to get whooped and all that. They be wanting you to experience exactly what they went through. But I feel like as an older sibling, wouldn't you not want your younger sibling to like go through what you went through? But then again, younger siblings do be like, some of them deserve it. Some of them do be spoiled, you know. But I don't know. In this regard, I don't think Misty didn't seem like a bad child, you know. So at least I'm assuming she wasn't. We don't really know how she was as a kid, but could you just imagine, like, if Morgan was actually the master of Karain? Like, I don't think it would go as smoothly, bro. I just feel like she would lead them down a dark path, bro. And then dog, crazy. You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. Wow! I thought they dad just was like, you know, I'm only taking one of y'all, but she convinced her dad to leave Iris behind? Bro, that side of the family is fried, bro. That, like, bro, dog, Iris was, Dahlia was just bad at a young age, bro. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. Gosh, how horrible. The really horrible one was that woman. that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. I guess the best way to look at this is like Naruto and looking at, you know, Hinata and Ninji's perspective. Like, this is the best way to look at it, because they got main and branch family. You know, Ninja didn't really rock with Hinata in the beginning, you know, until Naruto hit him with that Shoryuken, changed his whole perspective on life. Legit knocked some sense into that man. But I guess, but then again, it's not really the same, right? I mean, it is, but like Dahlia and them is like literally, I don't know, bro. I guess it really is the best comparison you can have. Alright, wait, did I dang, I just lost. Where was we at? I just lost where we was at. Are we on this? Yeah, I think we only, yeah. You're talking about, oh yeah, I think alright, yeah, alright. Just really lost my, like, where we was at that fast, because I wanted to get. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad, you still don't get it, do you? Pearl one had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous, bro. Having a mom like that is insane, bro. Like, the fact that she really manipulated Pearl into, like, basically doing something bad. Because Pearl was really originally going to channel Dahlia. It's crazy. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter. And naturally, the life of Maya Fay as well. How could anyone do that? Oh. You were going to kill Maya? It's kind of crazy, like, the way Dahlia turned out. I don't know, bro. Maybe she could have been different, bro. Maybe she could have been like Iris if her mom and dad wasn't the way they were. Sheesh. Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. And I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Bro, so the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin, on Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night, but she wounded me. She wound up seeing Iris crying anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Alright, so that goes back to, you know, Dahlia, well, Iris saying that she betrayed Dahlia. So that, it makes sense why she feels that way. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as I thought. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fay is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to wait, whoa, how, what? What? That's absurd. Maya is just, she's just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny? Yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Faye's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me why. Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself, for my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for what Maya did? I think I understand it. I understand it now. I understand it now. See, maybe I'm just, completely out with this, but Dahlia don't like Mia. She don't like Mia. So it would make sense that Dahlia would want Maya killed because she hate Mia that much. She's such a hater that she taking out that on Maya. So when Morgan came up with that plan, she was like, in her mind, she was like, it's dumb, but I hate Mia, so I'm down for it. That's exactly how I went down. I'm stamping that. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Faye. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself and then I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan in her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Faye. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. Revenge? It looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I can't believe it. She meant to kill me. Okay. I've got to keep a cool head, and I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. So see, look, what I just said. Y'all see what I just said? Revenge on Mia, cause she hates Mia. She hates Mia. It's kind of crazy how that pans out though, right? You got Morgan hates Misty because they made her the master of the Karain instead of her. So, in doing that, she basically raised her daughters to be some haters. Well, if that's what you want to consider what she did, because she really didn't raise them. And then, Dahlia being the bad apple that she is, she started killing people left and right. Mia stop her. Then that thing happened with Dahlia, she get out, she go away and all that. Then she come back, years later at that point. Because when she was in the court as that other name, well, how old was she? Was she 18? I forgot how old she was. But then the next time her and Mia meet, Mia don't remember her. But Dahlia remember Mia. And then she basically stopped her twice, basically. Pretty much, because I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think Dahlia got all free when that guy killed himself, that freaky old head that was interacting with a child. We ain't gonna get into that. We already talked about that. Buddy a freak. Talk about his. You know what? I was about to start rambling about Buddy, but back on topic. But yeah, now we gotta present some evidence. We gotta present some evidence, man. Let's see. All right, so let's see. I feel like it's this one. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, bro. But then again, nah, it gotta be this one, cause she talked about revenge, and we know why. R.I.P. Mia, dog. R.I.P. Mia. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? She's just so unfazed. As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore, because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died? Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans. Just for that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey. As they say, the apple doesn't fall from the tree. What a cruel plan, cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. Bro, she just, oh my lord. That night, at about 9:30 p.m. I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. So, it was at least the Oxnum who channeled her. That ridiculous head, none never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... Wait, what? So, then you're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean, no clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed? At the last minute. Maya Fey must have stabbed me, I'm sure of it. That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. So... Elise was the one that channeled her. The whole time you remember, because I was like, no way Elise would do that, but she did. She actually did. Then she went over there, met Maya, fought Maya, tried to kill Maya. So that would make sense why at the end, at least from what we see from Iris' perspective, that she would see Maya stab Elise. But I don't know. It gotta be a better explanation than this, bro. It gotta be. I need some more info. Like, that's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in a sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in a sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead, and I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick lock stopped you. I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible, but it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya? I thought that same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy. Alright. I got something. Alright, so y'all think Maya was so scared she accidentally channeled Dahlia? And then again, you can't channel somebody that's already being channeled. Alright, we gonna scratch that then. How? I'm so confused, bro. I'm just legit confused, bro. Cause how is she here then? If Elise channeled her, Elise died, then who else could have channeled her? How was she standing here? But I was too late. What do you mean by that? The flies had already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed, and the police had started their investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the locks back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself. The real Iris. She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. Did she push Iris in? Yo! And I locked her away in my place. Yo, she is so... Bro. This girl, bro. I have finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean your plan had succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me. I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey.
Well, of course you would assume that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Elise, Misty Fey, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all, but even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
That is?
Matricide, the sin of killing her own mother. No way!
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey, but even so, The murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life was none other than your darling little Maya. Ridiculous! That's nonsense! Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fey had disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Eagle River? Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. But it was frozen. So what do you have to say now? Feeny. Bro, stop. Oh, bro, I'm so... Hold on, it's a bop though. Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. Buddy got his own theme song. That's his ringtone, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. That's a banger though. I ain't gonna lie. He got it. He top 5, bro. He gotta add the top 5, the best theme song you can have, bro. He top 5. He probably top 2. I ain't gonna. Shelly the Killer is number 1 for me, bro. It's something about Shelly the Killer theme for me. What kind of ringtone is that? Goat out of here. Okay, thanks.
Was this something important?
They just finished removing a lot from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the Hughes' sister Iris. Huh? Don't look so surprised. Locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No! Bro. It seems
That this case has come to an end.
a tragic end. No way!
Sadly, it appears the killer of at least the Oxum is also known as Misty Fey. It's her own daughter, Maya Fey.
Bro, what?
Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
It can't be. Ha! Bro, look at this man. There you go. There's Trite. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot?
According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden, which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge. That's right, that's where she jumped from. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? Don't get your panties up all twisted up, Trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River.
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Faith threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
Dang, bro, I'm so stuck right now, bro, because now I'm confused. I'm just so confused. Because how is she here? Wouldn't you need an active body to still be? Like, I don't know, bro. Oh, yeah. But look, it's definitely impossible. There's no way. It gotta be this thing, right? It's impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
Oh, you're right.
She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. Huh? Ha! So you finally figured it out. You... Oh!
Order.
You're just playing with me. Maya Faye's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Faye wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct? That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. What? Bro, wait, where could she be then? What is this one possibility you're talking about? Happy Father's Day. That's obviously a bluff. So where's her dead body then? What? Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Faye is. Wait, so... Yeah, alright, so I was right. I'm not... I thought I was tripping, bro. Because I'm like... So dang, y'all think my theory was correct then? Maya channeled Dahlia while Elise was bleeding out? That could be the only thing I can think of, bro. Because, like, bro, there's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? Maya Faye is here.
You say she's here in my courtroom.
Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Faye, that pathetic little sniveling runt. Bro, the fact that she's just talking about her sister like that is crazy. I mean, they wouldn't really have a bond, though. I mean, she didn't really get to meet her, I think. But, jeez, bro, that family is really cooked. Do Iris even get to interact with Pearl? You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. Never failed to challenge someone. This is the first time it's happened. Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? It could have happened if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did, but who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clear to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Obviously. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it. And Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already. I can't stand the tension.
Dahlia Hawthorne? The person channeling you right now must be Maya Faye. What?
Well, how could that be?
Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Faye.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Ha! Well, Gramps, what would happen?
Oh, could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. If there is only one reason. To protect herself from you. To protect herself from me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Faye. So my theory was correct then. She channeled her. The path back to Azakor Temple was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You mean, that's when she channeled me. All this time you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. No, don't say that. Oh, nah, look at that look on her face. You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp? Maya Faye killed herself, isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the one avenue of escape open to Maya. Only way that Maya could disappear from the temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who had never been out in the real world. She could have never come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Mia? Pearl was there the whole time? Mia Faye. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hall. Bro, what is this? Bro, what is this is the first of its kind. This is the first. We've never seen two channel people in the same room before. This is crazy. So it's true. It was you. Yes. Ha! There's something else. But what? What are you doing here? That hair. It's Pearls, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. Pearls was over there. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Faye. Actually, Maya Faye lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did?
How terribly surprised she was about to be killed.
Wait. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed her help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was?
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in a sacred cavern until help arrived. Happy Father's Day, yeah! So it was Maya who put that lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Faye. Pearls? Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. So all she was trying to do was follow her mother, even Faye's instructions. Yes, since he didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs.
Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you? I won't forget this. Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago? The fake kidnapping? Your very first crime? You got your hands on the $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Flawless escaped and went to meet Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth, that wasn't my fault. Because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... You wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. Insane, bro. She an evil woman, dog. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. And now this? You messed up again. You let Maya Faye escape, even though she was right there in front of you. Mia Faye? Mia Faye? Mia Faye? Mia Faye? You spinster. I was supposed to kill Maya Faye like I swore I would. And if only you hadn't gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere else in between, you'll never defeat me. Talk that talk, Mia. Talk that talk to her. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all eternity. Remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there were no way we could punish you because you were already dead. What about it? And you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp. Oh my lord, she about to crash out. You're wrong. It can't be. Oh my lord, how could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my. Bro, whoa. Bro! What if... I'm not ready. Not ready to go. Bro. What? bro. What is, bro? What is going on? Oh, failure. This is she really a big loser? Maya. Oh, she's back. Nick, sis. Damn. Dog. Bro, we just watched a crash out of a century. We just watched Dahlia Hawthorne crash out of somebody's body. You ain't never seen that before. But you seen it today in this courtroom.
No,
I assume you are the real Iris? Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say your twin sister indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the heck she came from.
It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye as well as the young Pearl Faye were also victim of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of a medium, Bali, has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Your Honor? Dang, bro, I thought my theory was goofy, but I was right. Maya really, like, wow.
Yes, what is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now.
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticized me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Korean channeling technique.
Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Old Coat?
I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the beach, and in all that time I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and it takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
Never thought of it that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment on Iris of Hazakor Temple.
Objection!
Whoa! You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr.
Godot? Is he about to make it a case that Iris is still guilty? I mean, she is, though. Excuse me, she is. Because she did help. She helped. At least that's what she said. She helped her sister out with it. So, she is guilty in a way. So she'd have to go to jail. As much as I don't want Iris to go to jail, she has to because she's an accomplice of it. Like, she was involved. Unfortunately. It's real unfortunate for her, but hey. This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Trite? Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dahlia's testimony? I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Dang, this is so. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya. It's kind of crazy though, right? Like Mia. So that means like Mia knows that her mother died. She was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. At least the Oxnard, no, Misty Faye. But Who killed her? We still don't know who did it. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. Dang, wait. So y'all think Iris could have possibly killed Elise? I mean, cause from what she said, she was trying to help. Bro, Iris, don't tell me you was the one that stabbed her, bro. Don't tell me you did it. No way.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness?
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
It is really alright, Mr. Prosecutor. Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney.
Very well, then.
Who is this final witness? Ha! Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case.
Someone who saw the murder take place.
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean Maya? She can't testify after what she's been through. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we'll proceed with the trial.
Hey, Trite. I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a feint of understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself.
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
This is just insane. February 10th, 2:56 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Alright, we gonna end the video on this note, y'all. We gonna end the video. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Turn post notifications on. We gotta end it like this. We taking a break, so we taking a break. Haha. But, bro, that was insane, bro. That's insane. Mia was the one that helped out Maya to get the plan to channel Dahlia, and then Dahlia thinking she killed Maya, but Maya was really... It's insane, bro. What is like, dog? That's crazy. Wait, so do Morgan Faye just live through all this? Does she like... I mean, what she did, she really didn't kill anybody. She just set something up, so she just probably just in jail forever, right? Somebody gotta break the news to Pearl how her mother is, bro. Y'all can't just keep letting this little girl talk to her mother, and her mother is manipulating her like this. But I'm out, y'all. This is crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy.